Wow. Draymond Green is a clown. Absolutely disrespectful. Karl-Anthony Towns is dealing with the tragedy. Meanwhile, Draymond Green is over there bad-mouthing him and disrespecting him, while Karl-Anthony Towns is trying to process this entire situation. Recently, Cat responded to Draymond Green, and in his response, you can see the true character of both players. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. But before we get started, about 54% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. We are on a mission to try to reach 50,000 subscribers, and we could really use your support. If you enjoy daily Knicks content like this, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it could really support all the great content that we're creating for you. And now, let's get started. Cat addresses Draymond Green's disrespectful comments. Classless is the best way to describe this situation. Let's start from the beginning, so that way there's no confusion. Karl-Anthony Towns recently lost somebody very close to him due to cancer. Because of that, he had to miss the game against the Golden State Warriors. But Draymond Green offered the following explanation as to why Cat missed the game against the Warriors. Shout out to Sports Illustrated for giving us the following information. Green made the following comments in reference to Butler and Towns having tensions while they were in Minnesota. And according to Draymond Green, the main reason Towns missed the game against the Warriors was because of that tension with Butler. Here's exactly what he had to say. According to Draymond, some would say he didn't play because Jimmy was in the building. I saw Cat's pops at the game yesterday. I got incredible love for the OG. His pops is an incredible man. But yeah, they say Cat didn't play because Jimmy came into town. I don't know what was hurt. I didn't look that deep into it to figure out what his injury was or nothing like that. Maybe it was truly a case that he didn't know, even though it's something you can easily research. I did. You're a podcaster too, right, Draymond? You've been at this long enough. You should already know the rules and what you need to do before you speak on something. If you don't know a situation fully, do not speak on it. But no one on this planet could have prepared me for Draymond Green's following response after he learned the truth about Towns and what he was going through. Draymond Green stated the following after learning about Karl-Anthony Towns dealing with a family tragedy. According to Draymond, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. But my comments that I made were, people, what I heard was this. That's what I heard. So I do send my well wishes to him and his family. It's inevitable. We all experience death in one way or another, and we'll all experience it in the same way one day. So it's unfortunate. You never wish that on anybody. But the Draymond Green show with Baron Davis must go on. Legitimately, did not apologize for any of the disrespectful comments that he said to Karl-Anthony Towns and the fact that he was ducking smoke because he missed the game against the Warriors. No, Draymond, he wasn't ducking smoke. He was dealing with a family tragedy that he's still dealing with and processing right now. And your comments were disrespectful. And you didn't apologize for them. Legitimately, you didn't. The best thing you did, really the only thing that you did, was send your well wishes to his family. And then you ended out with some vague quote, basically stating that death is going to find us all and it's inevitable. Yes, we all understand that. But your comments were disrespectful. Not only were they out of place, they were clearly hurtful. Cat finally broke his silence about this situation, and he responded with the following comment. Shout out to Steph Bondy with the New York Post for giving us the following information. According to him, Karl-Anthony Towns responded to Draymond Green's disrespect with a shrug and a plea for positivity. I choose to approach that with love and not hate. That's all I really care about. I hope no one has to go through what I went through and those kids, what those kids had to go through. Losing a parent is tough. Based on his response, you can see the true character of Towns, always preaching love and wanting to see the better side of people. He could have handled this in so many different ways, and no one, not one person, would have criticized him for it. But he took the high road, and that shows you the character difference in Draymond Green and Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns could have fired back. He probably should have. This situation opened up old wounds for him. Wounds that made him think about his mother who's already passed. That's how serious this situation is for him. And Draymond Green is making comments about him ducking the smoke because of Jimmy Butler. I'm surprised that Towns responded in this way. But honestly, looking back at Towns and his history, he is never going to go in that aggressive manner because he always tries to preach love and positivity. And he did that in his response to Draymond Green. Draymond, when he could address the situation, he didn't apologize. He didn't say sorry. He just said it was unfortunate, and he gave some vague quote about death. Karl-Anthony Towns addressed the situation and approached it with love. That is the difference in their character. Also, somebody who knows this situation, knows both players in Jimmy Butler and Karl-Anthony Towns extremely well, is Knicks head coach Tom Thibodeau. And recently, he defended Karl-Anthony Towns and said the following about this situation. Shout out to Steph Bondy for giving us the following information. Here was Tom Thibodeau's response to Draymond Green's comments. According to Thibs, just look at Towns' career. He hasn't ducked Jimmy Butler. Butler's been a terrific player. Cat's a terrific player. They're both competitors. So that's what it is. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. People don't know. Unless you're here, you don't know. I know who Cat is as a person. I know the circumstances, and Cat's terrific. A great competitor. I'm glad we have Cat. That's the exact way you step up and you defend your all-star. I love this quote from Tom Thibodeau. We also have another quote from Karl-Anthony Towns where he's talking about his friend that passed away and how much his friend meant to him. According to Towns, I feel like, in a way, when my mom passed away, I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm going to make sure you know who you're supposed to be with. I leaned on her because she's one of the only people who actually know how I was feeling and what I was going through, because she was super close with her father, just like I was super close with my mother. Clearly, this is affecting him on another level. It's making him think about when his mom passed away. He's treating it as if it was on the same level. That tells you how close he was to this individual. During these times, how I want to treat these situations is with love and dignity and with some level, some form of respect. Draymond, you got to do better than that. Your response was absolutely horrendous. Not only was it horrendous before when you could have done your research, but afterwards, after you learned the truth. Where is the apology directly to Karl-Anthony Towns? What if you were in this situation and somebody said that about you? Would your response back be as kind? Be as loving? I don't think so. You would want all of that smoke and then some. You know what? You wanted to see Karl-Anthony Towns, right? You wanted to see him not duck the smoke? We're taking on the Warriors again this Saturday. I don't think Towns is going to be ducking the smoke during that game. Please, Draymond, have Jimmy Butler and yourself suiting up and playing for that game. And please defend Karl-Anthony Towns, because I want to see Towns go off on you. I want to see Towns drop a 40-piece on your head. I want to see Towns dunk all over you. You deserve it. You deserve all of that. You want to be disrespectful off the court? Towns is about to be disrespectful on the court, courtesy to Draymond Green. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Do your research before you talk on a man and what he is going through. Draymond, do better. Your comments, absolutely disrespectful. And you did not apologize. Did not. You still need to do that. You won't. We all know that you won't, because the Draymond Green and Baron Davis show must go on, must continue. Let it go on. Let it continue, because your show, just like you, is a clown show. And you are the biggest clown among them all. But what about you guys? What do you think about Karl-Anthony Towns and what he had to say in response back to Draymond Green? And like we said earlier, he could have went in so many different directions, but he didn't. He treated the situation with class. That's exactly what you should be doing. Draymond, take notes. It's clear you need them. Guys, let me know how you feel in the comments section below about Draymond Green and his disrespectful comments, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.